Back in the Dueling Dinosaurs atrium, I'm gonna head over and check out some dinosaurs. Cue Jurassic Park music. Dun, 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 dun. Yeah, we just did that. That was cool though. Baby. Even though these are just casts and not the actual bones, it's still really interesting just to see the scale of everything and how the intricate pieces are put together. Triceratops. Unlike a lot of fossils, especially really old ones, they usually don't find a complete skeleton. They have to build it from multiple skeletons, kind of creating a Frankenstein's monster of sorts. Oh, and there's a pet peeve. If you ever read Frankenstein, the monster is not called Frankenstein. That's the creature. And it's actually, if you read the story, it's a very eloquent creature who can speak in full sentences, has complete thoughts. And kind of the crux of the story is who's really the monster. Is it the creature or is it Dr. Frankenstein himself? But that's going on a tangent, so we're not going to do that. Nice view of the Coliseum from out here. Looks like the butterfly pavilion, which we will be checking out later. Our appointment's at 1 o'clock, so we're still a bit early for that, but early. Thank you, Vanna. Fossil wall. Touch screen to begin. I'd like to buy a vowel.
We'll fresh out a vowel, sir. Would you like to buy a wall?
Yes, I'd like to buy a wall.
Where would you like to go?
Give me the big, I guess, foot cast in the top left. Yeah, that looks like a foot cast to me.
Indeed, it is a footprint of the duck-billed dinosaur.
Yep, the Hadrosaurus. Sauridae.
Gotta love that line. Should we go back or should we continue?
Let's go back. I do really like these interactive exhibits. I went to a lot of dinosaur museums as a kid, and it was always really great to see this stuff, but getting kids interested in science and, you know, all the related fields, really great. And especially when kids these days are glued to their iPads and iPhones and their eyeballs and their eye devices. I guess this is a way to reach them.
Sauropod footprint.
Sauropod, I believe, or poda, you know, just like a dinosaur.
Yeah, this is a footprint. Shall we continue?
Yep. Let us go on and check out some things. All the different. All right, got some caprolites, fossilized poop. Sometimes contain evidence of food eaten by dinosaurs. Or at least what kind of brand of Charmin they use. Oh yeah. Here, can we get some information on the coprolite or coprolite? Ornithus Chia, number 33, acquisition on loan from the Museum of the Rockies.
What did we learn? Fossilized food sometimes contains evidence of the food eaten by dinosaurs. Yep. It also gives us insights into how.
Can we get some 300% zoom action on this poop? I want all the way through. Just drag that poop in. All the way in. Yeah. Okay, moving on. Just the sheer size of these bones. Eggs. Yeah, I think both of these touch screens are the same. They have the egg display on there too, from China. There's a lot of dinosaur activity in was it the Gobi Desert of China?
Possibly. Eggs
Because I think, you know, there's not a lot of human activity and it's kind of a dry area, so it will be preserved very well.
They also provide food, which is never
Some sort of sauropod. I don't know what kind. Yep, like all creatures who survived, dinosaurs were superbly adapted to life in their world. And then when their world changed, not so much. So they had mounted the wrong skull of this, and then had to later change it.
How much bigger the eye socket is on the current skull as opposed to the old skull.
Exactly.
And the nostril as well.
And they weren't closely related at all. So they changed it. Imagine that, just like you have a skull totally on the wrong skeleton. That'd be like putting a monkey head on us. Like, yeah, somewhat in the same, I don't know, genus or whatever, but not that close. Yep, I just looked out the other window at that.
You can see very carefully.
Yes. Beautiful butterflies. Man, if I were actually a paleontologist and trying to figure out which was rock and which was bone, and what goes with what, especially if you have a lot of fossils together, like at a riverbed or somewhere where dinosaurs would congregate, I would go mad. Although I did want to be a paleontologist as a kid, but I suppose a lot of kids did. And hopefully still do. Close kin lived apart. Yep, you had Pangea before. And then the continents drifted apart and separated. Huh. They once lived near the poles when it was warmer, I guess. Oh, unborn baby. So you have the mother fossil in the gray, and then the embryo fossil in kind of the tan there. So it's like here's the unborn one right here. So this is a plesiosaur, yes. So here we have the unborn plesiosaur embryo, and then the mother right there. Mosasaur. I think this is the one that they slightly exaggerated for Jurassic World. Grub? Which I nowhere is near as big in the movie. Yeah, one of those guys. Yeah, like we saw in the Pterosaur exhibit, a lot of the fossils are kind of flattened, so it's very rare to find ones that, you know, have all their skulls and such intact in one piece, and, you know, still have all its contours and such. Why are there marine fossils in Kansas? Because the ocean used to be there, or lakes and stuff. Yep, an inland ocean split North America in two during the last 30 million years of the dinosaur age. So climate, has always been in flux. Some more ammonites. Oh, that's a very pretty one up there. It's like giant things. Yep, what would have been commonplace for creatures back there are so magnificent today. Imagine their reactions to us, besides yum dinner. for T-Rex maybe. As long as you're not an attorney sitting on the toilet, I think you'll be fine. So this is how they transport them. They coat fines in plaster and very gingerly take them to the museum or scientific research facility where they are further studied. But it's a very long and tedious process because you can't really have a do-over on these things unless you're John Hammond, I guess.
Really, they're putting on some plaster right now.
Yes, we spared no expense. Look at this sauropod. And there are some really giant sauropods. I think a lot of them have been discovered in South America, but just the size of some of these bones is pretty much as big as a person. Ridiculous. But that was a different world we live in. Now the largest animals we have are whales. And the biggest land animal, I believe, is an elephant. Duckbills. All these different types of feet had different purposes. Some are probably meant more for stalking, others for sprinting, others just for walking around. Very interesting section. So some dinosaurs walked on 4, some on 2, and some could switch. I think even the sauropods could kind of get up on their back 2 feet if they need to reach some high vegetation in a tree. It's a nice little garden outside the Natural History Museum as well. Check that out later too. Definitely a plant eater. You can tell by its grinding teeth. Not like the sharp steak knives of predators, like this guy. And here's a little bit about teeth. Yeah, lower jaw, the Edmontosaurus, which was that guy. Over here, it's got the grinding teeth. Some plant had 1,000 teeth. Sharks today have a lot of teeth, rows upon rows. So they break some off, it's not going to be bad. Yep, growing new teeth. Yep. Big carnivore teeth. I like how they just put a fossil in the ground, like, well, we might not have a full one, but you can use it as prey for these guys. Or ladies. I'll be equal opportunity dinosaur. Yep, the problem with fossils is a lot of them do not come in one piece. These are, it's like reconstructions, like a jigsaw where you do not have all the pieces because maybe like Curious George ate a puzzle piece and had to go to the hospital. But he somehow was able to get the piece back without it being digested. that George. Gangly baby to earth-shaking adult. And think about how rapid of a growth they have. They go from, you know, that small to that big. Touch this Triceratops frill. Okay.
Dinosaurs had an unusual.
Nice. Alright there. Yeah, I'm most familiar with the Triceratops and Styracosaurs. So I had those as a kid.
I know, cheap.
Over here, we can actually touch a real dinosaur bone from Thomas the T-Rex, not the tank engine. Let's touch. Doo doo doo. Well, it has a lot of black discoloration from probably all the human oils and such, but still interesting. And just around the edge are parts that people probably have never really touched before. Can't get to that though. How's it feel to touch Thomas the T-Rex?
Very smooth. But apparently we don't know if Thomas was a boy or a girl.
Well, I'm not a dinosaur doctor. And as was said by Jeff Goldblum's character in Jurassic Park, what are you gonna do? Lift up the dinosaur skirts? Ah yes, Dr. Ian Malcolm, I believe, right? Mr. Chaos Theory himself. Yep, you can tell a lot about how old something is based on what's around it, all these layers of sediment. You can tell volcanic eruptions or other major events, flooding, asteroid impacts, lots of different things. Okay, but Stegosaurus, some sort of carnivore here. I'm not versed enough to know what everything is. Oh yes. Different extinction theories. Could have been an asteroid or a comet. Could have been any number of things, or a domino effect where one thing caused another, which caused another. Asteroid hits, and you have, you know, change in the weather, which then leads to starvation, widespread fires destroying food sources. Who knows? Ah, yeah, here's another cast here. These dinosaurs drowned in an ancient catastrophe, so you have skeleton on top of skeleton on top of skeleton. It's very hard to actually figure out which bones belong to which dinosaur. And I think that's one reason they just left it like, this will be a good museum exhibit. We're not going to even get in that. So these are actual bones. A lot of these other ones you can tell are casts, and they're not going to just have it out here for everyone to touch and such, but still good to see just for scale and detail reasons. Let's go upstairs. Birds are the closest living relative of dinosaurs. Birds are dinosaurs! They're moving in herds. They do move in herds. think that was Dr. Alan Grant who said that toward the beginning. More plaster around the bone. Very specific labeling system. You need to know what everything is, where it was found, who found it, how many. What. Imagine if this were some sort of zoo enclosure looking down. Oh, hey T-Rex. Very nice. Please don't eat me. So many different tools over the years for archaeology and paleontology. Indiana Jones, is that your hat? Must have left it. Yeah, I know they found a lot of stuff kind of in this part of the country in Montana. I think maybe like a T-Rex in that area? Can't be sure though. Copious notes in the field journal. Apparently this nest stretched for over 20 miles. Because, as Alan Grant said, I believe, they're moving in herds. They do move in herds. And they probably nested in herds too for protection, just like modern animals do. The more of you there are, the less likely a predator is going to come sniffing around, especially when very weak infants and babies are around. Let's see what these bones are. Another duck-billed dinosaur. Oh, you can see some skin texture right there. Not actual skin, but the texture looks like. Okay. Here we go. So these kind of horns are instruments, making sounds. Just like modern instruments, different shapes, different sounds.
Shall we explore sounds?
Okay.
What could duck-billed dinosaurs hear and what did they sound like?
I think, okay, play a Pterosaurs call. I don't know if there's supposed to be volume coming out. I'm not hearing anything, but yeah, it blows it just like a trombone, I'd say.
It's very rumbly.
Oh, can you hear it? Oh, there we go. It's the first one.
Gee, that sounds like Chewy.
Huh, very interesting. The dinosaurs are very receptive to smell. So I guess the smell part of the brain of a T-Rex was bigger than the vision. But for the Archaeopteryx, the optic lobes for the vision bigger than the olfactory for the smell. It's focused on flying. Of course, dogs have very good sense of smell today. Bloodhounds and other like ones are used for lots of purposes. Sniffing out contraband, bombs, or just a good old fox chase. Yeah! Let's look inside. Oh, I think can I open up again? I think it's just like the rings of a tree. You can count how old something is. You know about the tree rings, right?
Indeed. One in line for every year.
Yeah, I've got trees like thousands of years old. So this is a real T-Rex thigh bone, it says. Got a cross section. Imagine getting that served up in a restaurant, Fred Flintstone. So a 2-year-old.
It was about 10 feet long. At 14, it was about 20 feet long. And at 25,
So big. It's almost as big as Julie.
Clouds with important information.
Yep, even dinosaurs got sick or had birth defects. Fused vertebrae here. Healthy, unhealthy.
like dinosaur arthritis.
Yeah, really. Ow, my aching back. Don't chase me today, Mr. T-Rex. I haven't had my meds. A possible tumor. So cancer has always been around and hopefully will not always be around. Or at least we'll find a cure or something that can effectively treat most forms of cancer, but
How tiny they are.
eggshell structure.
It's like a glacier if you think about it.
Yeah, kind of looks like some sort of glacial formation.
It's a predatory dinosaur. Very bumpy and ridgy. Except for on Lucas, it's much smaller.
Yeah, not really, just cast, but still.
Nonetheless, so you have a general idea.
Different shapes.
Sizes.
Some eggs. I feel like I'm reading a Dr. Seuss book right here. Some dinosaurs lay their eggs in eggs. Some dinosaurs lay their eggs 2 at a time. Some eggs were smooth, some eggs were bumpy. I do not like when eggs are canned. I do not like them.
Sam, I am.
Very fine. Embryos and hatchlings. Look at that, just like the plesiosaur over there. Looks like we have a young dinosaur here. Just trying to emerge from the cell. Pterosaurs. Wouldn't it be interesting if there was an entire exhibit on pterosaurs? Maybe we could go to that exhibit. Yep. As we saw from the footprints over the pterosaur exhibit, they could walk on the ground too, like with their wings kind of as feet. I hear the mosasaur, another view of the one that we saw down here. The one that they greatly enlarged and exaggerated for Jurassic World. Man, some kid is really excited for dinosaurs. Or there is a live dinosaur down there running from it. One of the two, but we're safe up here. There's not a lot of dinosaurs in California. Oldest known dinosaur footprints in California right here.
Okay, so we'll go back to the elevator.
Boom, 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 boom. In the final product, we'll add sound effects and everything. I forget the exact line from Hammond, but I'm sure he'll spare no expense. So again, the oceans can move, so you'll find things in areas with no water from marine creatures from eras past. Another shot of some of the dinosaurs up here. Concluded our Hall of Dinosaurs overview.
Indeed.
What'd you think of the dinosaurs?
Grand, magnificent. Still so much to learn.
Yeah, well luckily they're not still here to teach us more. Although their ancestors are, but...
There's a... well, yes.
Yeah, I always enjoyed dinosaurs. We went to a lot of museums as a kid to check out all the dinosaurs. Like, every state we went to a dinosaur museum, it seemed like. Well, maybe not every state, but a lot of them, especially in the northwestern parts like Montana, and I think there's some in Texas, Colorado. But yeah, lots of good stuff. So we'll check out more of the museum later. I got some people drawing dinosaurs. I guess that's still life if I ever heard of it.